Hello, welcome to this timeless game, Medieval 2 Total War, and it's the Crusader expansion. In this game you can actually control to an extent your allied armies, as you can see in the top right corner there. You can kind of put them on aggressive stance, defensive stance, or shootout. The graphics are actually really good, I think. You might agree with me. It's just such a good game, and it was a good way to spend many an hour growing up. Got some bombards here, so we're going to whack them out front. And we've also got the Great Cross of Jerusalem, which is great that they include this and use it as a morale boost for nearby troops. It's just so cool. I don't actually remember if you can group units, so you maybe bear with me whilst I recall the exact plan. Yeah, group formation, group selected units. There we are. Put group under AI assistance, it's quite clever. So we'll just group the... Oops. Oh yeah, that's what that does. Sorry. Group those units as well.
Assemble the men! Men! Assemble the men!
So there we go. So this is a pretty classic... Oops, can't go over there quite yet. Crusader states versus essentially the Egyptians and the Turks, the Ottomans.
Sometimes large battles can be confusing, making it hard to discern friend from foe. To make this easier, left-click on the faction icon button on the right.
Alright, yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait. Like, I have to pause it. I can't go over there. It's unfortunate. Okay. I thought I could be able to go over there. Okay, fine. So this was actually between... This is only a tiny section of the battlefield.
The enemy has brought up artillery.
Yeah.
The enemy has brought up artillery to bombard your forces. Use a cavalry unit to skirt around the enemy army and attack the artillery from behind. Your great standard inspires your troops to perform with increased courage and fortitude in the face of enemy attack. Keep the standard near to your troops that you fear may rout to inspire them to continue fighting. The units manning the great standard will never flee from battle. They will fight to the last man to protect
such a good game. It is such a good game.
You do not only win a battle by killing every last enemy soldier on the field, you also win by causing them to break and flee. When a unit routs, the panic spreads, and nearby units may join them.
Right, let's get these archers out of the way.
Can also attack in hand-to-hand.
Stop using... There we go. Ooh. Right. Oh dear.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Right. Let's actually start to attack. I think Total War should have just continued on this tradition. Just such a good game. Like, if they've just continued on and improved this, rather than, I don't personally, think, really like the move into kind of Warhammer fantasy realm. Not really for me, that it's really that's so much better. Mass battles along the lines of actual historical events. It's really where they absolutely stand out. Not necessarily being the great general that I should be. These are allies, by the way. No idea what's going on here, so I did try and...
Our noble allies have lost their leader. Without their general, they may lose heart and flee. Only half the enemy force remains.
I did try and to some extent have a reasonably even matchup. Yeah, so these are routing Arab cavalry. These are also allied. I'm just gonna literally kind of head over with pretty much everyone. I think it's just you're kind of limited to where your camera can go in relation to the battlefield. I'm just gonna quickly check that, sorry. Game options. Strict camera, yeah, I thought so. Sorry, that was my bad. Look at that, that's much better. Oh, this is the English versus the Turks. Nice. So cool. And there's no like jittering, right? These are huge bombards, like the equivalent of the Great Bombard on Age of Empires. The supposed bombard, or the real bombard that was created by Mehmed II in his attempt, or a successful attempt to take Constantinople. Can these not move? Oh, they are moving just slowly. Okay, getting a bit distracted by
like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his arm.
By enjoying the scale of the battle. Oh, that was a good. Oh no, not a good shot. I thought it was a good shot. These also amazing units that you can just use to absolutely. Even they're very cheap as well, and you can just basically pick the enemy off, including quite heavily armoured troops, and really gives you a sense of, you know, why the Crusader forces really struggled against light mounted archers or light cavalry that use those tactics. I had an army, I think I just won basically an entire campaign kind of across numerous days with simply an army of missile cavalry, Sipahi missile cavalry. Just amazing units. Ooh.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
That's good to know. Yeah, the cavalry in this really did have a significant advantage. Kind of, maybe the cavalry were a little bit too strong, I seem to remember, where they could just kind of, especially against weaker infantry units, Sudanese gunners. I also tried to give the enemy those kind of units that threw what looked a bit like Greek fire. If they're still around somewhere. Like, they just need to improve the AI a little bit in these charges, and also maybe make during the actual campaigns the enemy was did tend to be, even if you put it on quite a hard difficulty, you could quite easily win a really unbalanced battle. I think if they just tighten that up a little bit. Sudanese gunners. Wait, is that the English? Yeah, it's the English, isn't it? Let's go assist the English. They're pretty much done, I think. Oh no, there it is, that's right.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert. Our cowardly allies have fled the field. They're craven and not fit to be called true. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Quite sure what's going on, people. I think basically the allies on this side have done really well. I do seem to remember that was an issue, that you did have a kind of a significant bias for the individual player. That's flashing me a bit more. Such that the enemy was always like very slightly weaker. Sorry for the police.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Come on, let's go. It's such an excellent game. So there you go. The English have been routed, and the Turkish army coming that way is preparing for another push. These are not even tired, like.
Heavy cavalry! The enemy's general lies dead. Good riddance to that Saracen desert dog. Our cowardly allies have fled the field. They're craven and not fit to be called true men.
Sipahi cavalry. They're not very strong though. They run out of ammunition.
Unit, move up!
Heavy infantry are not bothering to defend the bombards. But, yeah, that's a bit annoying.
Move up!
Just need to up the AI a bit. Come on, let's come over here.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
You mentioned that. Look how far they fly up into the air. I don't know if that, because I shift keyed that, so I don't know if that actually works
Unit,
for
move up!
Only half the enemy force remains.
quite sure it's working properly.
Unit, march!
These are very strong, these Ashen units. Defeat is a distinct possibility.
Unit, move up!
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
There's still some units down there, heavy infantry.
Our men have capped. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Let's finish this force quickly.
1
Bombarder's still hanging around. Speed that up a bit.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.